Well, today, we know Shannon Sharp has to be relieved because the second defamation lawsuit that he has been up against recently has been dismissed. The federal court dismissed the 20 million defamation case against Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson. As we all know, Shannon is fresh off of retiring his OnlyFans model girlfriend and being fired from ESPN. So I know this has to feel like a really, really big win. So we're going to take a look at the video. This is a defamation lawsuit from a lady who attended an Usher concert who said Shannon and Ocho on their podcast talked about her being married and doing all of this with Usher and that her husband was divorcing her. And she said, look, I'm not married. That's not true. She said she reached out to them to try to get them to take down the story, but I guess that didn't work. So she said, she's this professional and she works with children and it sullied her reputation. And so she's suing for $20 million. So that case was dismissed. I'm going to play a video of the news story around it. And from what she says, it almost makes me feel as if something was paid to her, but I don't think it was nowhere near $20 million. I don't even think it was $1 million. So let's just take a look at the video.
Dismissing the lawsuit from a local woman suing both Shannon Sharp and Chad Ocho Johnson. The civil suit claims that on April the 12th, on a podcast, Sharp and Johnson falsely claimed Jamalita Tillman was married and going through a divorce after her viral appearance at an Usher concert. She claims that impacted her life as the director of the Harold Washington Cultural Center and also a homeschool advocate. In a statement sent to us, she says she's pleased with the outcome and wants to put the matter behind her without a long court battle.
So as you can see from that news story, it kind of suggests that maybe there was some kind of settlement between them. And look, we don't have any idea what that might be. It may have been some small sum of money that Chad and Shannon gave to her. Or who knows? It might have just been a conversation. I don't know. We have no idea. But in the article, it says that a $20 million defamation lawsuit against podcasters Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson, filed by a Chicago woman, has been dismissed. Jamalita Tillman filed a civil lawsuit on April 24th against Sharp, his media company, Johnson, also known as Chad Ocho Johnson, and their producer. The case, which alleged libel and defamation, was moved to federal court in Chicago. The case has been dismissed, though further details have not been released. I am pleased with the outcome, Tillman said. We were able to put this matter behind us without a long, drawn-out court matter. We look forward to future discussions about the positive contributions Mr. Sharp and I both make to the community. I wish him, his family, and his business endeavors continued success. So her statement is what makes me feel that some type of settlement was done. But I truly think it was a very, very small amount because honestly, was this really a defamation case? But nevertheless, the backstory here is that the lawsuit stemmed from an April 12th episode of Sharp and Johnson's podcast Nightcap, in which the former athletes allegedly claimed Tillman was married and going through a divorce following her viral moment at an Usher concert in London. The implication, according to the complaint, was that Tillman contributed to the breakup. Tillman maintained she was neither married nor in a relationship at the time. She said she attempted to contact the podcast hosts and their company to correct the record, but received no acknowledgement or retraction. Tillman also added that the incident negatively impacted her personal and professional life, including her role as director of the Harold Washington Cultural Center and her work in homeschooling advocacy. When this lady says that Shannon and Ocho talking about that scene with her and Usher that went viral that went viral well before them having this commentary on it. And I remember this particular situation with her at Usher's concert because it was viral. So I remember it. Several of the Usher feeding cherries to women videos went viral, and hers was one of them. And I remember many platforms talking about it and talking about she was married. So I guess a lot of people got that wrong. So it's interesting to me when she said that it negatively impacted her personal and professional life. If that is true, I don't think it was Shannon and Ocho's podcast alone that might have done that. I think the Usher video just going viral and however that story started is what might have done that. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's really no there. So I'm glad this case was dismissed. Like I said, from her statement after the fact, they definitely some type of agreement, and I believe it was for a very small amount of money. But it's done. So, like I said, this is a victory for Shannon Sharp coming off of what he's just come off of with settling this case with his OnlyFans girlfriend, accuser slash victim slash and being fired from ESPN. This has to smell like a victory to him. So thank you guys for checking out the video. Please thumbs up, drop a comment on what you think about this story. If you are not a subscriber already, please subscribe. I need and appreciate your support. So until the next time, bye y'all.